So you've been asking, have we had enough of the vaxxers and masks yet? Well, short answer, yes. Stick around, let's talk about it. And in the end, I'm going to have a one-question quiz for you, multiple choice, no worries, no grading, and no cheating. Literally 2 days ago, I encountered a young masked woman hiking in the woods. Along with the ocean, maybe the best place on earth to go out and do some deep breathing exercises. I'm sure you run across this stuff all the time too. Okay, so what about masks then? Have heard of Cochrane Reviews, recognized internationally as the standard in review of published evidence-based research and best health practices. What did they find? Zero evidence of benefit for masking, universal or otherwise, in prevention of flu or COVID. On the other hand though, yes, demonstrable benefit to hand washing. Well, what about vaxxers then? They must be good, right? Well, look, all of us have friends who are triple vaxxed, strap on their N95 masks even while driving, stay 50 feet away from any human being, yet are still recovering from their third bout of COVID, right? So clearly vaccines do not prevent the spread of COVID, nor protect anyone against contracting of the virus, right? Doesn't take a double-blind study here to realize that. Now, legitimate research dating back 100 years to Russian Nobel Prize winner Ilya Mechnikov reveals the durable and lasting and effective strength of innate or natural immunity. Look, the powers that be know this. They've known it all along. They've straight up not been truthful with you in their all-out, all-hands-on-deck push for vaccines for all and mandates across the board. Every time a camera was stuck in her face, CDC Director Rochelle Walensky repeated the nonsense that vaxxed individuals do not carry the virus and do not get sick. That was a lie. She knew of breakthrough cases as early as January 2021. All this while the government was mandating that you either roll up your sleeve or in many cases lose your job. That served many powerful interests really nicely, so, well, you know how it goes. Yeah, the climate of fear that big pharma, big government, big media has conspired to create is stunning and sad. But hey, it's a free country, right? Well, sort of. Wear a mask, get vaxxed, or not. Should be strictly up to you. If you're immune compromised, God bless you, do what you feel is the best. But let me stress again, as I have many times, one does not become physiologically strong or build immunity by trying to hide from a virus, COVID or any other. The hazmat suit and the magical 6-foot social distancing, a number completely made up out of thin air by Fauci and Birx, by the way, does nothing to keep you healthy. And you cannot vax your way into great health either. All right, so you may have heard some recent chit-chat about a study out of the Cleveland Clinic on the effectiveness of the COVID vaccine. Or more probably not, I guess. The cartel tends not to promote research that doesn't fit their narrative. Well, here it is right here. Posted March 22, 2023. Title: Effectiveness of the Coronavirus Disease 2019 Bivalent Vaccine. The study sought to answer one simple question: does a bivalent COVID-19 vaccine protect against COVID-19? Time frame was 3 months, ending December 2022, and included more than 51,000 employees of the Cleveland Clinic. I know these medical networks are huge. 65% of this group had tested previously positive for COVID. Almost 9 out of 10 had received at least one vaccine. More than half, 3. And unbelievable to me, some people just maxed out when I'm all in, hit me up as much as you can, 4 vaxxers or more. Various outcomes were measured, but key takeaways are these. During the study, only 5% of participants tested positive for COVID. Previous infection with COVID was decidedly protective against future COVID infection. The bivalent vaccine seemed only mildly protective, a surprise to the researchers. People in big medicine often seem genuinely surprised when predicted outcomes fall short of expectations. Our final takeaway, a real shocker for the researchers: the more vaccines previously received, the higher the risk for future COVID infection. Repeat, more vaxes, higher risk to COVID. And I'm going to link this study out of Korea, June 2023, on COVID vaccine-related myocarditis. It included 44 million vaxxed individuals in Korea. I think you'll find the study very interesting. So look, you were right to question the massive push behind vaccines and mandates and school closures, and especially the incredible push for boosters. It's continuing as we speak. But look, no worries about Big Pharma. They're going to be just fine. These kinds of studies aren't even a speed bump on the way to the yacht club for these guys. And the CDC is going to go right ahead pushing their drugs for all narrative. They just recommended a 4th booster for people age 50 and over. And the FDA followed up with recommendations for fall boosters. Present health status, degree of natural immunity you may have acquired from previous infection, no concern to them. Just shoot right out and do exactly what they say, and everything's going to be just fine. Remember, when hundreds of billions of dollars are at stake, morals and principles tend to go out the window pretty fast. So look, there's no one size fits all here, and I surely don't propose to tell you what to do. I just hope that before you pop in line at the local mini clinic as soon as pharma issues its next ominous warnings about the consequences of going without the next booster, you sit back and consider Mother Nature's rules of the road a little bit. That's all. Our goal is to get vibrantly healthy and build our strong immune systems through nutrition, exercise, and lifestyle. You're going to make your own choices, but I think that's the best way to go. Oh, and not to forget that quick quiz I teased at the open. What would you guesstimate were Pfizer's revenues last year? Hint, it was an all-time record. Was it A, $2 billion, B, $4 billion, C, $31 billion, or D, $100 billion? I'll give you a couple seconds. Okay, if you said $31 billion, you're not even close. Yeah, it was $100 billion. That's $2 billion a week. But look, it's all about health, right? Wishing you vibrant health. See you next time. Dr. J.
Government officials report the virus is not airborne, but can be transferred through contact with blood and other bodily fluids. The virus seems to be making people uncontrollably violent, and also somehow seems to be reanimating the dead. When asked, a White House spokesman declined to comment on whether or not this was a terrorist attack.